since I started doing Coast to Coast, people started calling about 2012. Just what does it mean? What is it? What will happen? I don't know. These panelists, I'm going to hold you. These panelists may help. Never do. We sometimes think, what did the Mayans know? Or merely did the calendar person just stop making calendars? Who knows? So by reason of introduction with this group of panelists, beginning on my far left, David Wilcock. David, of course, is a lecturer, filmmaker, mystic, and as I just found out a week or so ago, a singer, and a very good one. They might have you do a cappella.
Tie a yellow ribbon.
Thank you. And then we have, in addition to the panel, Mr. Goodney Goodney is a member of the mystery schools, secret societies, and has decided to go public with his beliefs on 2012. Wow. John Hogue. Many call John Hogue the reincarnated Nostradamus. He doesn't look like Nostradamus, does he?
He does.
Brahms. I look like Johannes Brahms.
But truly, he's a rogue prophet and does an incredible job in what he does. Daniel Munoz. He's a journalist, he's a researcher, specialized in the study of prophecy for more than 20 years. Brings excellent credentials.
Thank you. Now, actually, what is important for you to say and to know is prophecies is a subject that in Latin America, my country is Mexico, but in Argentina, Ecuador, Chile, and wherever, people is talking about 2012 because something that happened in Mexico, the Mayan prophecy. So we're going to be able to speak a lot about this and to say some things that are not being said yet about these prophecies. For instance, they were not carved in stone, as it says. I will tell you something about it.
Yes, you will. And then, of course, we have intuitive remote view.
Yeah.
One of the best. Sean David.
Yeah.
A USC football fan.
Trojans, baby!
Oh, good.
And what we're going to do this hour, we're going to have the panelists make a statement. We're going to have a conversation about 2012, and then in the second hour, we're going to take your phone calls for these distinguished folks. David, let's start with you. Your views on 2012.
Well, my views on 2012, as probably many of you know, have evolved over a long period of time. I felt from a very early age as if there was something quite profound that was going to be happening on this planet. That HBO documentary on Nostradamus, where you see the nuclear missiles and he's giving all these prophecies of the Antichrist and everything, that really had a strong effect on me. And I felt like since I had started experiencing psychic things of my own, someone on the caliber of Nostradamus, obviously, you should take it seriously when he says that we're heading into this period of great change on the planet. So what I like to focus on as far as 2012 scholarship goes is how we take these rather outlandish sounding prophecies and transform them into something that actually can be proven scientifically, so that we're not merely asking you to take your word for it about what a particular intuitive reading would say or what a particular ancient prophecy would say. So that's where my scholarship comes into view. Now, there's a lot of scientific material which we're going to be talking about in tonight's conference. I did find out that it's sold out, so I do apologize if you haven't signed up for that yet. then the only option left is to sign up for my Monday workshop tomorrow from 1 to 3. I guess we do still have space in that one, but tonight's is now sold. So, and it just has to do with the popularity, I guess. I apologize. This has never happened before. So, it appears from a multitude of different sources that within the black ops communities of our United States government and other governments, there is a knowledge of what they would consider to be an impending cataclysm of some kind. It's important to stress that they do believe on that level that this is what we're heading into is a disaster. Thus what you're seeing is DUMBs, deep underground military bases being built all over the world. You're seeing a lot of covert preparations being done. Richard Hogan and I have had a lot of discussion recently about the fact that the recent bailout money, how $350 billion of it just disappeared, could be part of like the socking away for 2012 fund that's been going on here. So let's just get that out on the table right off the bat. The fact is a lot of people do foresee some sort of cataclysm or disaster coming out of this. Apparently the governmental groups got this inference from looking through devices that were derived from extraterrestrial reverse engineered technology, one of which is called Looking Glass. And these devices allow you to look through time and actually view the future on what you could think of as like a television screen, more or less. And in looking at the future, what they have determined, and this is from multiple testimonies I've heard from people who've spoken to me directly and I've interviewed about this, is that in 2012, the end of the year 2012, there is some sort of bifurcation point in reality. And all they can see after that point is what appears to be white light. They have been able to look sort of after this junction where the white light shows up, but then from that point on, all the future that you look at is totally subjective depending on who's looking at it. Okay? So what this really suggests is just one of many levels of possibility that there is some sort of multidimensional event coming. Now, on the mundane level, it does appear that the Earth experiences some sort of pole shift. But what I've done throughout multiple times on with George and multiple times on my website, you can check out more about this, divinecosmos.com, is to demonstrate a workable science suggesting that matter and energy itself are composed of intelligent, conscious energy. Okay? And this energy is capable of shifting in frequency so that this water bottle that I have here could potentially disappear if I were to raise the vibration of the molecules above the speed of light. If you cross that critical barrier of light speed, then you've now displaced into a higher dimension, so to speak. There's a lot of anecdotal and scientific evidence to show that this can be done, including, of course, the vortex phenomena on the Earth, like the Bermuda Triangle, where you see planes and ships disappearing. And so as we go on, I'm going to talk a little more about this. George, how much more time do I have?
You're done.
I'm done?
Time to go to the promotion.
I felt you burning holes in the side of my head there. I'm a little bit psychic.
I can't hang up on you here. One thing I always like about having David on Coast to Coast is I can come in and go, then I leave for 20 minutes. Come back and go, maybe. Goodney, tell us your involvement. How did you get interested in 2012?
Well, my background, to just enlighten that a little bit, is from a secret organization that basically is preparing for 2013, not 2012. And that is the whole message of this organization, is that 2013 is what's important. Before that, yes, there are things going to happen, but we have to focus on what comes after 2012. So our work, I've been working with this organization for over 30 years now, and they have been on the planet structured as they are today for 3,000 years, since the times of King Solomon. And everything in that work has been towards this end of days, this Armageddon that is coming. So that's where that interest comes from.
I noticed you're wearing a ring that looks like a Knight Templar ring. Is there any significance to that?
Yes, I am a member of the Knights Templars Order, yes.
I've just been learning about you guys a lot lately.
John, you bring an interesting perspective to 2012.
Yes, I was talking to Chicken Little the other day. I said, Chicken, why didn't anything happen in 2000? Why did we have a high noon on May 4th, 2000, and May 5th had no shift of the axis. I'm thinking that maybe 2012, which, by the way, is in a crowd of prophetic tradition calendars. It's almost there going, hello, remember me? I'm the number. I'm this date. That we all love to put everything on a date. It's just something that we like to do. It's like a laundry list for the future. The thing that I feel about it is that when 2012